hot summer evening promised us a fun night at my friend Igor's new house. We celebrated his birthday, and after some persuasion, I decided to stay the night. The house was old, with massive wooden furniture and creaky floors. When the guests left and night fell, I went to the room on the second floor. At first, I couldn't sleep because of the constant creaks and rustles. It seemed like the walls of the house were breathing and living their own life, but it was just an old house. Suddenly, I heard barely discernible footsteps. Opening the door, I peeked into the hallway, but there was no one there. The footsteps grew louder and closer. It felt like someone invisible was walking straight towards me. My heart was pounding, and I decided to find the source of the sound. I walked down the dark corridor to Igor's room. His door was slightly ajar, and I cautiously peeked inside. Igor stood with his back to me, his body trembling. I felt the icy breath of fear. A sharp creak tore through the silence, and I flinched. Igor turned to me, his eyes gleaming in the dark. He didn't say a word, but his gaze was full of madness and terror. He took a step towards me, and I noticed that his movements had become unnaturally slow and jerky. A moment later, Igor began to change. His face contorted, his skin turned pale, and his arms grew longer and thinner. He was no longer my friend. Something indescribable stood before me. I bolted down the stairs, trying not to look back. My heart was beating so fast that it felt like it would jump out of my chest. Everything around me suddenly froze, as if the house had plunged into dead silence. But this silence was deceptive. It hid something sinister. Reaching the door, I realized it was locked. Feverishly trying to find a way out, I heard a quiet whisper behind me. It grew louder, penetrating my mind. I turned and saw a figure. It was something resembling my friend again, but his eyes were dead. He was approaching, his lips moving, uttering something incomprehensible. I dashed to the window, breaking the glass and jumping outside. I wandered through the forest for a long time, until I saw it.